Question 1. What are the norms of conduct which must be observed by public officials and employees in the performance of their official duties? Answer. A. The norms of conduct are 1. Commitment to public interest, 2. Professionalism, 3. Justness and sincerity, 4. Political neutrality, 5. Responsiveness to the public, 6. Nationalism and patriotism, 7. Commitment to democracy, and 8. Simple living. Question 2. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to remain true to the people, to be just and sincere, to not discriminate, to respect others, and to not extend undue favors to relatives? Answer. Justness and sincerity. Question 3. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to uphold public interest over and above private interest? Answer. Commitment to public interest. Question 4. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to perform and discharge duties with the highest degree of excellence, professionalism, intelligence, and skill, and to enter public service with utmost devotion and dedication to duty? Answer. Professionalism. Question 5. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to extend prompt, courteous, and adequate service to the public? Answer. Responsiveness to the public. Question 6. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to provide service to everyone without unfair discrimination, and regardless of party affiliation or preference? Answer. Political neutrality. Question 7. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to lead modest lives, and to not indulge in extravagant and ostentatious display of wealth? Answer. Simple living. Question 8. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to be loyal to the Republic, and to the Filipino people, to promote the use of local goods, and to maintain and defend Philippine sovereignty against foreign intrusion? Answer. Nationalism and patriotism. Question 9. Which norm of conduct requires public officials and employees to commit themselves to a democratic way of life and values, to maintain public accountability, and to manifest by deeds the supremacy of civilian over military authority? Answer. Commitment to democracy. Question 10. What is the term used for the transfer of title, or disposal of interest in property by voluntarily, completely, and actually depriving oneself of his right, or title in favor of a person other than his spouse and relatives? Answer. Divestment. Question 11. What arises when a public official is a board member, officer, or substantial stockholder of a private corporation, or owner, or has a substantial interest in a business, and the interest of such corporation or business, or his rights or duties therein, may be opposed or affected by the faithful performance of his official duty? Answer. Conflict of interest. Question 12. Who may sign documents and papers in the absence of duly authorized signatories? Answer. The official next in rank, or the officer in charge shall sign for and on behalf of the duly authorized signatories. Question 13. What are the required statements and disclosures from a public official or employee? Answer. The required statements and disclosures are: 1. Declaration under oath of assets, liabilities, and net worth; 2. Disclosure of financial and business interests; 3. Of the public official or employee and of the spouse and of unmarried children under 18 years old living in the household. Identification and disclosure of relatives and government must also be made. Question 14. What are the duties of public officials and employees? Answer. The duties are: 1. To act promptly on letters and requests, reply within 15 working days from receipt. 2. To submit annual performance reports, within 45 working days from the end of the year. 3. To process documents and papers expeditiously, within a reasonable time from preparation, and must contain not more than 3 signatories, as far as practicable. 4. To act immediately on the public's personal transactions, and 5. To make documents accessible to the public, available for inspection within reasonable working hours. Question 15. May public officials and employees receive gifts or grants from foreign governments? Answer. Yes. The Congress consents to: 1. Gift of nominal value tendered and received as a souvenir or mark of courtesy. 2. Gift in the nature of scholarship, fellowship grant, or medical treatment, and 3. Travel grants or expenses for travel entirely out of the Philippines of more than nominal value if acceptance is appropriate or consistent with the country's interest and permitted by the head of office, branch, or agency to which the public official or employee belongs. Question 16. What is not considered a gift under RA 6713? Answer. It does not include: 1. An unsolicited gift; 2. Of nominal or insignificant value; and 3. Not given in anticipation of, or in exchange for a favor from a public official or employee. Q17. What is considered a gift under RA 6713, and how is receiving a gift defined by the said law? Answer. A gift, 1. May be a thing or a right to dispose of gratuitously; 2. May be any act or liberality; 3. Made by one person in favor of another who accepts it; 4. Includes a simulated sale or an ostensibly onerous disposition. Receiving a gift includes: 1. Accepting a gift, directly or indirectly; 2. From a person other than a family member or relative, within the 4th degree of consanguinity or affinity; 3. Even on the occasion of a family celebration or festivity; 4. If the value of the gift is neither nominal nor insignificant; 5. Or if the gift is given in anticipation of, or in exchange for, a favor. Question 18. Who are not required to file the above statements and disclosures? Answer. Public officials and employees who serve in an honorary capacity, laborers, casual or temporary workers are not required to file the above statements and disclosures. Question 19. When must the said statements and disclosures be filed? Answer. The statements and disclosures must be filed: 1. Within 30 days after assumption of office; 2. On or before April 30th of every year; and 3. Within 30 days after separation from service. Question 20. How can a public official or employee avoid conflict of interest?
Answer. By resigning from his position in a private business within 30 days, from assumption of office and/or by divesting himself of his shareholdings, or interest within 60 days from such assumption.
Question 21. What are the prohibited acts and transactions for public officials and employees? Answer. The prohibited acts and transactions are: 1. Having a financial or a material interest in a transaction requiring approval of their office. 2. Having outside employment in other related activities such as a. Owning, controlling, managing, or accepting an employment unless expressly allowed by law. b. Engaging in the private practice of profession unless authorized by the Constitution or by law, and provided that such practice will not conflict or tends to conflict with official functions. And c. Recommending a person to any position in a private enterprise, which has a regular or pending official transaction with their office. Note: the above prohibitions apply for 1 year after separation from public office. In the private practice of profession, the person cannot practice his profession in connection with any matter before the office he used to be with for the same 1-year period. 3. Disclosing and/or misusing confidential information, and 4. Soliciting or accepting gifts. Please like and subscribe and click the bell button for the next videos. Thank you, and good luck.